Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news. The NFL rumor mill is buzzing, and the latest whispers are about Chris Jones potentially making a move from the Kansas City Chiefs to the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like a blockbuster. And honestly, it could be one of the most significant shifts in the AFC landscape this season. Diana Rossini, one of the most reliable insiders in the league, has been hinting that the Chiefs, despite their 7-2 record, are in a bit of a rebuild chaos. They're facing a tight salary cap, around $9 million, and are reportedly considering trading away Chris Jones, one of their most disruptive defensive tackles, in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. The idea here is to focus on youth, especially after some whispers about Patrick Mahomes' future and the team's overall direction. But let's dial in a little more on why this makes so much sense and what it could mean for the Bills. The Chiefs are in a tricky spot. They need cap space to extend Travis Kelce, who's been their offensive focal point for years. Losing Jones, who's been a dominant force on their defensive line, would create a noticeable gap in their interior defense, which has already been struggling this season. Right now, Kansas City ranks 12th in defense, allowing around 22 points per game, a number that could get worse if they lose their disruptive interior presence. Jones, who's 31 now, remains one of the league's top interior defenders. Just last season, he put up impressive numbers with 9 sacks, 45 pressures, and 16 tackles for loss, all while maintaining a PFF grade of 91.8, which ranks among the best for defensive tackles in the NFL. His win rate at the line of scrimmage is roughly 29%, and his EPA per play is 36, indicating his disruptive impact on opposing offenses. His career stats are nothing short of stellar: 85 sacks, 350 pressures, 95 tackles for loss, and 4 All-Pro selections. Not to mention, he's been remarkably durable with no major injuries to date. His presence on the line really shifts the entire dynamic of a defense, much like Aaron Donald's influence on the Rams after his retirement. When Donald left Los Angeles, the Rams saw a 20% drop in run stops, and that kind of disruption is exactly what Jones can bring to a team like the Bills. Now, picture him lining up alongside Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, or Shaq Lawson. The Bills' front four would instantly become one of the most formidable in the league. For the Bills, this isn't just about plugging a hole, it's about elevating the entire defense. Their run defense, which has struggled at times this season, could see a significant boost with Jones inside. His ability to collapse the pocket, pressure the quarterback, and stuff the run game is elite. In fact, his pressures per game and win rate against double teams are so high that he can consistently threaten offensive lines, creating opportunities for the Bills' pass rushers like Gregory Rouse and Von Miller when he's healthy. If Buffalo manages to land Jones, it would be a game changer. His impact on EPA per rush, which could increase by 17%, and his yards after contact allowed dropping to just 20 yards, would make life miserable for divisional opponents like the Dolphins and Jets. Now, let's talk about the competition for Jones. The Chiefs are wary of losing their interior disruptor, especially with their defensive line suffering from a decline in sacks per game, down from about 3-0 to 1-8. Their defense, which used to be a strength, is struggling to get consistent pressure on the quarterback, and their overall points allowed per game have increased, putting more pressure on their offense to keep pace. The Chiefs' lack of interior disruption has contributed to their recent struggles, and losing Jones could accelerate that slide. Meanwhile, the Bills, sitting at 6-3 with a projected cap space of around $14 million, are in a solid spot to make this move happen. The team has faced some tough injuries this season, especially on the defensive line. Ed Oliver, Dwayne Carter, and Michael Holt have all suffered season-ending injuries, leaving a significant gap in the interior line. Adding Jones would not only fill that void, but turn the Bills' front into a nightmare for opposing offenses. His presence would bring an immediate 17% increase in EPA per rush and reduce yards after contact by about 1-2 yards, which is huge when facing divisional rivals like the Dolphins, who rely heavily on their run game. The numbers back this up even further. When comparing Jones to the Bills' current interior defensive tackles, he's a clear upgrade. His interior win rate is about 2.5 points higher than what the Bills have been getting from their current group, and his tackle for loss rate is up by 15%. This isn't just about adding a good player, it's about transforming the entire defensive front into a dominant force. Imagine a Bills defense that can consistently pressure the quarterback, stop the run, and force turnovers. That's the kind of unit that can carry the team deep into the postseason. And speaking of the postseason, odds currently put the Bills' Super Bowl chances at somewhere around plus 1,800 to plus 750, depending on the betting site. With Jones in the fold, those odds could take a significant jump. He's a known playoff performer, having registered 9 sacks last season, and he's the type of disruptive force who can protect leads late in the game. His ability to win one-on-one battles and collapse the pocket makes him a perfect fit as an X-factor in tight playoff games. Think about it. Just like Von Miller's impact last year, Jones could be the difference maker that elevates Buffalo from a good team to a true contender. His experience, combined with his relentless motor and ability to disrupt plays from the interior, would make him the kind of player opponents fear. Of course, there are still questions. Will the Chiefs be willing to part ways with him? Can the Bills afford the trade, and will they be willing to give up a first-round pick in 2026? The NFL trade deadline is always filled with surprises, and this could be one of the biggest. The Bills have shown they're willing to make bold moves, especially when it comes to bolstering their roster for a Super Bowl push. If this deal goes through, it would send a clear message that Buffalo is all in, reinforcing their chances of competing at the highest level for years to come. So, what does this mean for the Bills' defense moving forward? It's simple. Adding Chris Jones would transform them from a solid unit into a top-tier, disruptive force capable of wreaking havoc on opposing offenses. His presence would elevate the entire front, making it tougher for teams to run or pass with confidence. The Bills' secondary would benefit immensely, with more pressure on quarterbacks and less time to find open receivers. It would also send a message to the rest of the league that Buffalo is serious about not just making the playoffs, but competing for a Super Bowl again. That said, it's not just about the immediate upgrade. Jones's leadership and playoff experience are invaluable. He's been in the trenches, seen it all, and knows how to perform when it counts most. For a team that's been inching closer to a championship window, adding a player of his caliber could be the final piece to unlock their full potential. The combination of his pass-rushing skills, run-stopping ability, and veteran presence could be the catalyst that propels the Bills to their next Super Bowl appearance. In the end, whether or not this trade materializes, it's a reminder that the NFL is always evolving. The Bills have a talented roster, but sometimes a bold move like acquiring Chris Jones could be the difference between a good season and a historic one. The AFC is stacked, with the Dolphins, Jets, and Chiefs all vying for supremacy, but Buffalo has the talent and the drive to take that next step. If they pull off this move, it could redefine their franchise's trajectory and cement their place among the league's elite for years to come. So stay tuned, Bills fans. This story is far from over. The next few weeks will be crucial, and all eyes will be on whether Buffalo can make this bold move happen. If they do, get ready for a whole new level of excitement because the Bills are about to make a serious statement. Keep your fingers crossed because the best is yet to come. And remember, in Buffalo, we never stop believing. We're in this together, and whatever happens, we're proud of our team, our city, and our relentless pursuit of greatness. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Buffalo Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news.